Gabe Lawson worked the overnight shift at 91.3 FM, a small-town radio station perched on the frozen edge of Lake Arlen. From midnight to 4 a.m., 3 nights a week, he spun records and kept the signal alive while the world slept. Outside, nothing but wind, snow, and black water. Inside, it was just Gabe, a mug of coffee, and the soft red glow of the on-air light. On a bitter Thursday night at exactly 12:17 a.m., the hallway lights flickered and died. Moments later, the station phone rang. Gabe answered, expecting a song request. Instead, a small voice whispered, "Am I safe if I stay in the light?" It was a child, soft, nervous, close to the mic. Gabe asked who it was, but the line went dead. Uneasy, he jotted a note in the logbook. Just a prank, he told himself. But at 1:07 a.m., the phone rang again. Same voice. Same child. "I can see you," the boy whispered. "Turn around." Gabe turned to face the studio door. Beyond the glass, there was nothing but darkness, but something moved inside it. A slow ripple, like ink in water. Gabe asked, "Where are you calling from?" The voice replied, "Under the lake. It's hungry." Then came a deep, wet, static growl. The line cut. Seconds later, the power dipped. The backup generator kicked in. Monitors dimmed, CD decks powered off, and the room fell into silence. Dead air. Gabe dropped a record on the turntable and set the needle nothing. All tone arms lifted and fell uselessly. Then he saw it, a tall figure just beyond the door, still crooked, watching. He called 911, but the line filled with static, and then it spoke. "Please, Mom, it's me, Ben. I'm lost." The name hit him like ice. Ben Kessler, missing since 1983. Gabe hung up. He dragged a floodlight from the supply closet and powered it on. White light filled the room. The shadow retreated. The phone rang again. A woman's voice said, "My name is Cora Lawson." "My boy is there with you?" Gabe blinked. "Lawson, that's my name." The woman whispered, "He's calling from the dark. Keep him in the light." The call ended. The second line started ringing, but that line hadn't worked in years. At 2 a.m., 3 slow knocks hit the glass. A girl stood barefoot in the hallway. Wet hospital gown, matted hair, milky white eyes. Gabe recognized her from old flyers. Emily Roca, missing since 1996. She pressed her hand to the glass and mouthed, "Turn the light off." The hallway lights flickered to life for just a moment, and Gabe saw them dozens of waterlogged figures standing behind her. Dead eyes, algae-streaked clothes. All mouthing in perfect unison, "Turn off the light." Gabe backed into a crate of old tapes. One rolled out, 1978 final hour, do not air. He loaded it into the deck. First silence. Then the panicked voice of an old DJ. "Don't turn off the..." cut short. Then something deeper spoke. "The Blackwater doesn't forget." The tape snapped and the ribbon spilled across the floor. Gabe turned to his console. The computer lit up on its own. An unknown audio file began to play. Blackwater_lullaby. MP3. No sound came through the monitors, but the figures outside began to sway as if they heard it. He rushed to the breaker and killed the power. Everything went black. The moment the light vanished, the whispering started behind him, around him, inside him. He threw the breaker back on. The floodlight exploded. The backup bulbs followed. One by one, they died. The door rattled. Then from inside the studio window, a reflection appeared. A young boy. Gabe's face. Gabe's eyes. The boy spoke. "You drowned in 95, he said. "They pulled you out, but not in time." And suddenly Gabe remembered. Thin ice. A fall. Cold water filling his lungs. Hands pulling him up. "But not fast enough. You're just an echo," the boy said. "Help them cross, and you can rest." The door creaked. The drowned pressed close. Gabe grabbed the emergency mic. If anyone's listening, turn on every light. Now, point them at the lake. Flood it with light. He fired a flare into the ceiling. Magnesium bursts lit up the booth. The figures shrieked without mouths. He jammed a second flare into a desk fan, rigged it, and yanked the cord. Sparks spun like lightning down the hallway. Only the boy remained. "You can't hold it off forever," he said. Gabe nodded. "I don't need forever, just enough." He pulled the last working bulb from a socket, pressed the contacts to the mains. Electricity surged through his chest, the room filled with white-hot light. Gabe screamed into the mic, "Take my light, not theirs." Then he fired the last flare into the console. The blast was blinding, and then silence. At 7:03 a.m., the sheriff found the studio burned and broken. Walls black, gear melted. But the floor was dry, no water, no Gabe, just a silhouette burned into the wall, a man in headphones, one hand on the fader. That spring, the lake thawed early. 10 bodies surfaced, long missing, perfectly preserved. Ben Kessler, Emily Roca, and more. But Gabe Lawson? He was never on the payroll. The boy named Gabe Lawson drowned in Lake Arlen in 1995. Only one audio file remained on the station server, timestamp 2:59 a.m. It lasts 16 seconds. Mostly static, but if you listen closely, you'll hear his final sign-off. "This is Gabe Lawson, fading to dawn. Keep the lights on. And remember, the lake never forgets." Then, children laughing. And the sound of water.